Oh, hello everybody, it's Megalithic here, otherwise known as Pablo Escobar, and as you can see, we are over here at my hangar today, ladies and gentlemen, at Fort Zancudo, because on this occasion we intend to purchase ourselves an aircraft. Okay, well, let's get started then, shall we, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to head on inside the hangar, and here we are, okay, and this is my collection of rather fine aerial forms of conveyance, you know. We've got the Hydra and the Pyro, the Akula, and the F-100, all sorts of things. Got a Buzzard there as well, and a Sea Sparrow. Okay, I've got all sorts of things. There's only a limited amount we can fit into the hangar, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, either way, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go on up and we get a better look at things. You can see we got the cargo bob in the background there, and whatever the Annihilator, ladies and gentlemen, waste of money. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's all what we're here to look at today, ladies and gentlemen, is the Swift, you know. It's not a weaponized vehicle. You can be found on the Elitas website, Elitas travel website, and there we go. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen, the Swift, you know. Okay, generally retailing for $1.5 million, $1.5 million, ladies and gentlemen. It has got a secondary livery there if you would prefer it, you know. Okay, there we go. And we're gonna go ahead and order the vehicle, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna have it sent on in, don't you know. Okay, so there we go. Really not much bother there, ladies and gentlemen. This is should we point out, this is a Pegasus vehicle, ladies and gentlemen. So initially you're going to need to phone Pegasus, ladies and gentlemen, and call yourselves one in. Okay, but once you've called yourselves Pegasus vehicle, or you're Swift in by Pegasus, all you need to do is go and retrieve the sodding thing, ladies and gentlemen. There we go, and we'll take a look at it now. Okay, and what do we think of it, ladies and gentlemen? You know, let's be quite honest, it's very, you know, it's sleeker than a dolphin in running shoes, isn't it? Let's be quite frank, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, well, like I say, Pegasus vehicle, ladies and gentlemen, but it doesn't have to remain so. You can personalize or turn into a personal vehicle if you own yourselves a hangar, you know. So all you have to do is take it on inside, and that will convert it to your own personal vehicle. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, what we can do is we can take it on a test flight and see how she handles. Okay, well, it is fast, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it's faster than your mother, you know. That's all I can say about it. In terms of handling, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, in the air, it's very stiff, you know. It's as stiff as your father at a Turkish bathhouse. The problem is, ladies and gentlemen, you know, it's a bit stiff in the air and whatnot. It is a bit fast, but it is very quick, ladies and gentlemen. It's cheap, you know. It's cheap for the money, really. It's as cheap as your little sister, or if you don't have a little sister, then it's as cheap as your girlfriend or your fiancée, you know. Okay, so there we are, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take it all down to Sandy Shores now. Apparently, you know, I would have thought this would have been. Oh no, what the hell are we doing? No, we're not. Well, what the bloody hell are we doing? Right, okay, we're not taking down the Sandy Shores yet, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently we're bringing it back on into the hangar, as I thought I would have done, you know. We're going to go and have the vehicle upgraded. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is a very rapid aircraft. It is very streamlined. It's very stiff in the air, ladies and gentlemen. Very high. It's not particularly good at cornering, you know. That's the problem with this wretched thing. Okay, so like I say, ladies and gentlemen, we're taking all inside to the not the course customer owner job, is the personal warehouse, the hangar. That's the word I'm looking for, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so we're inside the hangar now, and this has now been converted to a personal vehicle, you know. And unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, there are a very limited amount of upgrades that can be done to this. In fact, some total, ladies and gentlemen, amounts to the coloration. There is a two-tone coloration, ladies and gentlemen, but there are no modifications that can be affected to affect the performance of the vehicle, ladies and gentlemen. No engine upgrades or anything like that I've been able to ascertain. Okay, so rather shoddy, ladies and gentlemen. We sort of short-changed there, you know, short thrift and all that. But never mind, ladies and gentlemen. We have now gone ahead and performed the aesthetic stylings, and as I said, as has been no performance modifications, ladies and gentlemen. There is very little point in taking on another lap of the Fort Zancudo there. So what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to fly on down to Sandy Shores, ladies and gentlemen, put it up against some other aircraft, you know, and give you a chance to have a look how she handles. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, it really is fast, you know. I mean, it moves faster than an Englishman invading a sovereign realm. It does, absolutely, you know. But it is just that handling, ladies and gentlemen. It really is, unfortunately, very stiff, you know. I mean, in the air, it's awkward to handle it. I mean, it's more awkward than a spotty teenager with an erection, you know. It's just that awkward, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, but, you know, that's about it, really. What can one say about it, you know, really? I mean, that's know, it is streamlined looking, I suppose. You know, it's streamlined, you can say that for it. It's sort of more streamlined than a jellyfish in a wind tunnel now, isn't it? But that's about all it's really got going for it. Okay, so we're going to bring it on down. You see, we are zooming along there, ladies and gentlemen, going along very nicely along the ground. And we're going to try to put it down. We're going to put it up against some other vehicles. Now, that's perhaps one negative point about this aeroplane, this helicopter. As it is so very thin, it's quite difficult to balance sometimes. It can be quite unstable to land. You know, it sort of topples over easier than a toddler with a bottle of brandy. You know, it's just going to go over if you're not too careful. Okay, well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, brought on to Sandy Shores. We're going to take a quick look at the thing. You know, like I say, I mean, it is more, you know, it's very, very sleek, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and here we are, the first vehicle we're going to put it up against, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to put it through its paces now, of course we are. It's the Maverick, ladies and gentlemen. The standard Maverick you can pull off the street, unupgraded, but of course this Swift has not been upgraded in terms of performance modifications, so effectively speaking, we're talking like for like now. Okay, and so yes, the handling is absolutely wretched, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, struggling to get it around that corner, gaining a lot of height for no reason whatsoever that I can ascertain. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, the question is the Swift faster than the Maverick? Yes, you bet you're damn right. You know, you bet your bottom dollar that it is. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we're gonna bring it on now. Next, ladies and gentlemen, we've got the Annihilator. Once again, this is the standard Annihilator that has been pulled off the map. You know, it has not been upgraded, as I say, nor in terms of performance modifications has the Swift, ladies and gentlemen, thanks to Rockstar's rather shoddy treatment of it. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, yes, it does in fact appear the Swift, one of the famed for being one of the fastest helicopters on GTA Online, ladies and gentlemen, it is going to take down the Annihilator. But Mr. Raccoon's got his paws on some machine guns on the Annihilator, and that could cause me some trouble. I should perhaps point out, ladies and gentlemen, all the other helicopters are being flown by Mr. Raccoon. You know, his name is the Bromby, has a channel of his own. It is called the Bromby. If you type that into YouTube, you should go find him when you can do that. It's got some rather good videos on there. Okay, so Mr. Raccoon currently is in the Sparrow, ladies and gentlemen. He's got a pink Sparrow there, don't you know? And it's kind of neck and neck down there, but unfortunately the Sparrow's got much better handling, ladies and gentlemen, than the soaring Swift, and that's going to put it significantly ahead when you're going around corners. So in a straight line, point to point, ladies and gentlemen, the Swift will probably take it, to be quite frank with you. But if you're doing any kind of maneuvering, the Sparrow's got the edge there. Okay then, so the next vehicle we're going to bring out, ladies and gentlemen, I do believe it's the Buzzard, and there we go. Okay, now the Buzzard, of course, is a little bit slower than the Sparrow. It's a little bit heavier in terms of handling, so this will be interesting. Now, of course, there's no question straight away, ladies and gentlemen, the Swift, being faster as it is than the Sparrow, is significantly faster, ladies and gentlemen, than Buzzard. We're going to get to that top corner first, but look at that handling, is absolutely starting awful. We're giving Mr. Raccoon plenty of time to get around, and we can barely keep it in a straight line, ladies and gentlemen, barely get it going around that corner, and Buzzard with much better handling can get around quicker. So once again, in a straight line, the Swift will take it, but if you're doing any kind of aerial maneuvering, the Buzzard's the better bet, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, well, at this point, ladies and gentlemen, we decide we're not quite done. We're going to head on over to my yacht, don't you know? Mr. Raccoon decides to jump out and he face plants onto the deck. Boom, there we go. And we've gone and got the Super Velito Carbon, I do believe it is. Now, this is famed for being another Swift aircraft, ladies and gentlemen, so we're going to see how these stack up. And as I'm sure you can see, ladies and gentlemen, there is no question the Swift has got into the lead there. The Swift has got into the front. Okay, and now it's just going to come down to the handling at this top corner. Okay, we try to put the nose down, trying to get around as quickly as we possibly can, and try and stay in front of the bloody Super Velito Carbon. Mr. Raccoon took a rather shonky corner there, and yes, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. So at least in our test, you know, ladies and gentlemen, it does turn out that, generally speaking, ladies and gentlemen, the Swift is a very fast vehicle, but its handling really does impede it if you're going anything other than a perfectly straight line. Okay, well, there we go. So what can one say about this vehicle, ladies and gentlemen? You know, I mean, it is Swift, you know, they call it a Swift. It is Swift. It's swifter than a kick in the goulash after you're licking your mother-in-law's ear, you know, it really is. In terms of handling, ladies and gentlemen, like I say, unfortunately, it is very stiff in the air, very rigid. I mean, it's more rigid than a priest at a nun's slip and slide, you know. In terms of looks, though, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, it is aerodynamic, you know. It's as aerodynamic as a kestrel in a gimp suit, and just as horrifying to look at. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's pretty much our review of it, you know. What do we think of it? Is it worth buying? No, not really. friendly, not to be perfectly frank with you. Okay, well, there we go, and there we decide, Mr. Raccoon, of course, is going to slide on a bed. He misses me. Tries to kill me, he misses me, and I miss him, and then he misses me, and I miss him, and he misses me, and I miss him, and then I punch the helicopter for absolutely no reason. Then he clips me, doesn't he? But I don't go down, then I punch him, and then it occurs to me, I know why this is going on. I want to steal in my sodding CEO organisation. We haven't got a chance of killing each other. We'll be here all bloody night long, you know. So there's only one solution, ladies and gentlemen, and that's to end the CEO, and down I go straight away. Okay, well, never mind. Well, I do hope you enjoyed the video, ladies and gentlemen, and as always, thank you very much for watching.